What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ajen back again for another Outerplane video. And for today, let's talk about the striker class in the game. I do believe that the striker class really needs some love from the developers because of how underused they are, especially in PvP. I'm not gonna be talking about PvE. I'm mostly concerned about PvP because we have two game modes for PvP. One is the AI arena or the normal arena, and then we have the RTA, the real-time arena. And in my experience by playing those two game modes, especially in real-time arena, striker class are being underutilized. Only two or maybe even three of them are being used, and one of them is always getting banned. I'm talking about Stella, Epsilon, and Noah. Epsilon is pretty much a very staple in today's meta in RTA because she's really good in RTA. But with Stella, when you pick Stella in RTA, she is almost certainly to get banned. Some people pick Noah, but I think people who pick Noah does not have any more they don't have any more choice in their arsenal, so they are picking Noah because there are way better characters to choose from, especially in today's meta in RTA where it is being dominated by either the Rangers, the Mages, or even the tanks. Rin is not being used. I have not seen people use Rin in RTA. Why? Why are strikers being underutilized in RTA? It's either their kit is pretty mid, they are somewhat easy to die, and they don't have anything to offer other than like for example the kit of Stella and Epsilon. Their kit is pretty interesting in RTA because of how it works. They counter some certain meta team composition, but other than these two, the other available strikers in the game does not really counter any type of meta team composition. Like for example, Rin. Rin is a DPS character. She is a cleaver. But for you to be able to fully utilize Rin, you need someone like Valentine to push Rin, right? Because strikers does not really have that much base speed. They still get outsped. And if you are building Rin with something like a speed DPS or something like that, she will not have some form of protection like immunity. Because usually you're either going for a speed DPS build for Rin, or if you plan to take a deep immunity build Rin, your Rin is going to be a cheating duck, a cheating target for your opponent because it's going to be very slow. That is why I do think that the strikers need some love. Like for example, in the mage class, they do receive some love from the case of Charlotte, who can push the team's priority by I believe 20%, right? That is already a pretty huge boost to the mage classes. But the strikers does not have that kind of support. Even though Valentine is still available into the game, that can still push your main striker DPS. If Valentine gets gets CC'd, gets crowd control, especially by Dahlia or Alice, then it's already game over for you. That is why the only strikers that are pretty much meta in RTA is Stella and Epsilon because they are really good. Noah is somewhat like a niche pick in RTA if you're planning to use Noah. As I've said, if you don't have any more other options, then probably that is how players are utilizing Noah. Rona is also the same. Bet is mainly for PvE. Maybe Air is also in the same kind of boat, but if you build Air with DPS, I've tried using Air in RTA, but I do have the problem of getting my turn. That is the big problem for Air. If you cannot get your turn, then you're pretty much screwed. Drakan, the last striker that we've gotten, is pretty much purely PvE. She's very weak against normal PvP and the real-time arena. You cannot use Drakan there. Francesca, I have not seen any people uses her, but she will also pull the same with air because, as I've said, if you do not get their turn, they're pretty much easy target because they don't have that kind of defense. They are not really tanky. If you build them with tanky, they will have no damage. So yes, they really do need some love. So what do the developers needs to do for them to have some love? Maybe some form of balance adjustment, or maybe try to rework some of their exclusive equipment, like for example what they did with Alice. Alice now is a really strong mage character. Also, they took inspiration from that one to implement it on Dahlia. That is why those two are a really meta openers in the game. They do change how their exclusive equipment works. Maybe they can do something also for this type of class, for the striker class, because they are really rotting. They are not really they're not being used. Only Stella and Stella and Epsilon are pretty much the go-to striker in the game. So what do you guys think about this one? Do they need some buffs? I think Rin, Noah really need some buff for them to be able to get used in RTA. Even though they are really strong, they can easily get countered. Yes, I've tried using Rin, I tried using Noah, and they just give me some losses in RTA because I'm trying to test out if they really need some buff in RTA. Also, even in a normal arena, if you try to use them, they will not do anything. Especially the meta in normal arena right now, triple demiurge character 6 stars, and then maybe some 6-star Dahlia also. It's really hard to use those characters in normal arena. What more in real-time arena, right? So I do think that they really need some balance adjustment, or maybe even release a character that can support the strikers, just like the one they did with Charlotte. Regina is coming and she is a mage. Yes, why mage? Why another mage? Mage are already pretty dominant in RTA. Why not release a striker? Because Drakan, the last striker that they release, does not really do well in PvP. Yes, I'm merely talking about PvE because I am a PvP guy. I do enjoy PvP. That is the only game mode that gives me enjoyment in playing Outerplane. So I'm really sad that the strikers does not get some love. Well, maybe after the release of Regina, maybe the developers will watch this video. Maybe they will think to themselves that, oh yeah, maybe Adrian was right. Maybe we do need to release some support for strikers because they really do need some love. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And I think that's it for me for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it if you could help me grow my channel more. And thank you to everyone who are supporting my channel. I appreciate every one of you. Until next time, peace.